لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وأصلي وأسلم عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ثم أما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. So inshallah, I hope that everyone is doing well, is in good health and high spirits. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you happy, healthy, safe and sound with your families. Inshallah, we're going to do that second part of the topic that we began last Friday, which is being beneficial to other people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought us in this dunya with a certain goal. And we have to do so many things in this life, not only to benefit us and our families, which is our prime responsibility, but at the same time, we cannot be away from others. We are also responsible for their health and well-being. And if any one of them needs our help, our support, our company, our love, then we need to look after them and share our bounties and good things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon us, especially at the time of difficulty, when others are feeling depressed, they have anxiety, they have problems financially or otherwise, and they find no one to support them. Then it is necessary for us to take the initiative, step forward, go there and ask them and support them with whatever way we can. This habit of being nice, being inclusive, being helpful to others, we understand last week that this is a noble cause. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, first point we share, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah At-Tawbah, وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتُ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the believers, both men and women, supporters, protectors, helpers to one another. So we need to keep on helping. It means we need to develop that habit of being kind to other people. Also, this helping others was the habit of the Anbiya. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded Anbiya to be helpful to other people. وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْهِمْ فِعْلَ الْخَيْرَاتِ. And we revealed to them to continue doing acts of goodness to other people. And Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also a model for us doing this task, this one-on-one relationship with his community. And we learned last week some of his habits. I just would like to repeat for the sake of interest, because it is something admiring, beautiful on the part of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, كَانَ يَعُودُ الْمَرِيض. He used to be the first one to visit the sick person, the masakin people, the poor people. وَيُجَالِسُ الْفُقَرَاء. He has to share his time, like gives company to the poor people, attends janazas, asking people about their health and well-being. And if he does not find anyone present, he used to ask them. And the last but not least, he says, وَيَسْأَلُ النَّاسَ عَمَّا فِي النَّاسِ. If he is not able to get hold of someone directly, couldn't find someone, then he asks others about other people. And this is the habit also. And as I said last week, that one of the good things that we find in small hadiths is that Rasul emphasized a lot on developing habits. So these are the habits that make us good practicing Muslims with kind heart, a heart that loves others, that respects them, and especially goes forward with the intention to help them. We also learn that this task of helping others has royal benefits, big benefits. We said it generates mahabbah, it increases love and affection, it strengthens the relationship among the believers, it removes the bad habits. It strengthens also the concept of Islamic brotherhood among the community. Also the humanitarian love to actually help for those we know Him and for those we don't know Him. And then of course it gives us the love of Allah and the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those kind people who love to help others. And we shared last week the small hadith which has saj'a, the rhymes. Every word of this hadith ends in meme. It's very small 4 habits that if we do that, it has a big reward. He says, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Afshu Salam. All you need to do is, number 1, is to spread peace and greetings, sharing Assalamu Alaikum to everyone. You know them or you don't know them. Wasilul Arham, and if you have relatives near and far, connect the bonds of relationship, be kind to them, give them a call, support them financially and otherwise. وَأَطْعِمُ الطَّعَامِ, share your food, the risk and sustenance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you, share with them. They might be facing trouble. And if you are in a good shape, you can share your food, you can invite them. And also I mentioned that Ramadan is coming, so in Masajid there will be iftar. So either we invite people from in our home to break the fast, feeding the people is a noble job. Otherwise, whatever masjid you are associated with, do participate in iftar program, so that with my money, with the bounty and love that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showering upon me, others can benefit from that too. وَصَلُّوا بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّاسُ نِيَامٌ. And the 4th habit is that habitualize yourself to stand up in the night, to pray at a time when others are sleeping, so that you can be one of those that Allah has chosen you to worship Him in the dark alone when others are sleeping. And the award of these 4 permanent habits, if we develop, he says, تَدْخُلُ الْجَنَّةَ بِسَلَامٍ, we will enter the Jannah peacefully. So such is the habit of developing the habit of helping others. Now there is another beautiful hadith narrated by Abu Mas'ud al-Badawi. This is one of the most beautiful hadith I could find. It says, حُوسِبَ رَجُلٌ مِمَّنْ كَانَ قَبْلَكُمْ. A man from the people before you was put to account, was investigated for his deeds in the dunya by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَلَمْ يُوجَدْ لَهُ مِنَ الْخَيْرِ شَيْءٌ. Unfortunately, the angel did not find anything in his possession. No khair, no good deeds came out. Subhanallah, no good deeds. So the angel did found Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Ya Rab, this man doesn't have any good deeds. إلا أنه كان يخالط الناس, except that the man has a wonderful habit, and that habit is كان يخالط الناس. He used to mingle and mix with people. He used to have relationship and connection with other people. وكان موسرا, and he happened to be rich. So basically the man was rich. He had no worshipping, no good deeds record. But then the rich man has a permanent connection between him and the other people. وكان يأمر غلمانه أن يتجاوزوا عن المعسر. And he has ordered his servants that each time someone in difficulty knocks my door and comes to me, to help him, to excuse his condition and help them. So that was his habit. So then upon hearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, upon hearing this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قال الله تعالى ونحن أحق بذلك. And we are, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described his that with plural. We, like with our might. نحن أحق بذلك. We're more deserving to show this type of treatment to our servants when our servants show the same type of behavior of being generous and kind and helpful to others. تجاوزوا عنه, excuse him, and Allah forgave him. So this is also a way that we know that on a smaller level, on a larger level, depending upon our condition, if we maintain relationship with other people, Ramadan is coming. Ramadan is the best chance in the year to get to know a lot of people, because of course we will be going to pray Taraweeh in Masajid. Masajid are full. Almost all Masajid are full in Ramadan. And it's a social gathering also. Of course, we go to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, pray Taraweeh, break fast, and meet a lot of people. A lot of people whom we're not able to meet them on a regular weekdays due to our schedules and their schedules. But in Taraweeh we find a lot of people who we get to know on a regular basis. So this is the time to develop and strengthen our social relationship and connection with other people. And in the meantime, we could seize this opportunity to help them. So we should mingle with them, talk to them, ask them about, and offer that if you need any help, inshallah, here's my number. This is who am I. Just reach out to me, just contact me, and inshallah, I will be there to help you. And Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made a criteria, a standard. He Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made some standards for our life. And he says in this, another small beautiful hadith narrated by Anas ibn Malik rahimahullah, radiyallahu anhu, لا يؤمن أحدكم, none of you would be a true believer unless you do this small thing. Yani again, this is a habit. حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. Unless you like for your brother same that which you like yourself. So whatever you love to have it, you would love to give the same thing. In some, when any calamity comes in, especially people from other countries come in, and Masajid collect the stuff. Normally people give used stuff which is sometimes not even in good condition. So this is not right. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that we should treat them with the same way as we want others to treat us. And then also Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrates another hadith. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, here are 4 habits. You see that hadith emphasize on habit development so much so that you normally, he's like kind training us to do فعل الخيرات. He said, لا يؤمن من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر, whoever believes in Allah and the last day in real good terms, that he should do what? فلا يؤذي جاره. Number 1, he had to have good neighborly relations based on equality, brotherhood, respect and kindness with his next door neighbor, no matter he is a Muslim neighbor or a non-Muslim neighbor. And very especially if he's a Muslim neighbor and he happen to be his relatives, then it's more deserving. فَلْيُكْرِمْ ضَيْفَهُ. Let him treat his guest well. Show respect and kindness. More welcoming, more exciting welcome to the guest who shows up. وَلْيَصِلْ رَحْمه. And connect the bonds of relationship. To find out where my relatives are, where they live. If they are in town, we should go visit them. And if they are in other countries, far, then at least we should give them a call, email them, ask them sometimes, and they are very happy to hear that. But we are doing it to establish some permanent habits, and this is what Rasulullah ﷺ is teaching us, to develop some habits of goodwill, good behavior, good communication, good treatment. And then subhanAllah, if you are a talented person, nowadays talent is being hunted across the world. Big companies, they search for talent for their employees, and then they give them the jobs and employment positions, lucrative salaries, if you happen to have. But our Rasulullah ﷺ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them the best of the ability to dig out talents of his people. Rasulullah ﷺ worked with all types of people. He taught men, he taught women, he taught children, he taught his family members, he taught youth, small, younger children, he taught the non-Muslims, he taught Arabi, the Bedouins, and he used to ask about other people too. And subhanAllah, he knows everyone in his community 5 ways: by his name, by his tribe, his ethnic background, from which qabila or tribe he is, from what he works, and from what he is known for, from his akhlaq, from his family background. And the last but not least, if he has any specific talent. And different Sahaba has different talent. So in this hadith, he's talking to a Sahabi, Abu Dharr al-Ghifari radiyallahu anhu. Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, from the Ghifar tribe, he is a senior companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, in addition to being a righteous and pious person, a knowledgeable man, but he had beautiful talent. So he was known in making yummy soup. He used to make soup. And the Rasul ﷺ knew this habit of, or the talent, wasf of Sayyidina Abu Dharr al-Ghifari radiallahu anhu. So he called him one day and he said to him, Ya Aba Dharr. He called him by his name, and he kind of personalized or customized the teaching for him only. So he gave a credit to him, appreciated and recognized his talent. And he said, إِذَا طَبَخْتَ مَرَقَةً Ya Aba Dharr, I know that you're very good. Can we say, well, you are pro in making yummy soup? إِذَا طَبَخْتَ مَرَقَةً. So next time when you make a soup, أَكْثِرْ مَاءَهَا. Add some more water in it. And when we add some water, the quantity of the soup increases. It becomes more. And then he says, do not be individualistic. Do not keep the talent, your talent, benefit only you and your family. Instead, وَتَعَاهَدْ جِيرَانَكَ. Share some of the soup, some of your talent with others outside, so that they know how you can help. So the help and support is not just limited with the money only, but we can always help and support with our talent. If we are very good in something or good in anything else, we can offer our help by spreading and sharing our talent, skills, experiences, something that we are good at. We have to make people know about that and share. And this is exactly as a sign of shukr for us. When we share our talent, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah, you made me know this talent. And now you made me share my talent with others to benefit them. So for example, if you know some good language, like English language or Arabic language, and I tutor other people for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sometime, go to the masjid and you can say to the masjid people, like for example in Ramadan, he said like 1 hour a week, I will come and work in the masjid. I'm willing to work in whatever assignment you can give. In Ramadan, there are so many assignments in masjid. And a lot of people, they come, they help. They're volunteers. So volunteering is also a source of spreading goodness within the community. For us, it's a source of thankfulness and gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But for others, it benefits them. It benefits them. Now, there is another example from the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and that is difference between people with connections from other people, with other people, and the people who live their own life, like in their own bubble. Like I live in my own house, in my own well. I don't know what goes on outside. Who's doing what? I don't know. Socially, how people are they suffering? Are they in good condition? Do they need help, support? I don't know. But there are other people who are very concerned. And not only concerned about other people, they just don't wait. They go outside, search. Either they know from the masjid or through their friends. And there are so many people out there in the community who need help. There's a lot of people who, although they are desperately in need, but they don't say to others. because they consider they like telling them that I need help, financially or otherwise. They just don't say that, but they still wait that someone like this Talha ibn Ubaydillah radiallahu anhu, who was a very young man and he was a rich businessman, was like a filthy rich. So at one time his caravan, business caravans, yielded him a profit of business equal to 700,000 dinars. And he was crying. His wife comes in and she says, "Ma bika ya Aba Muhammad? Abu Muhammad, what's the matter with you? Why are you crying?" And then suddenly she looked at the pile of golden coins. So he said, "This is your halal earning. Why are you crying?" He said, "I'm not crying because of that, but I'm crying and concerned about that I am thinking, ما ظن رجل بربه إذ ينام وهذا المال في بيته." I'm just thinking about the level of a person's connection with Allah, that he sleeps in his house at a time when he has this much money. Because others are partners in my wealth. So now the wife comes for help. He said, "Then why don't you do that? Instead of people coming and knocking your door and telling you I need help, why don't me and you go and help them?" And he says, "أنت موفقة وبنت موفق." You are a blessed woman. You are a daughter of the most blessed man, Abu Bakr Siddiq. And she brought cloth. They made money bags, carried on their backs, went down to the neighborhoods in Medina, distributed. It's like sharing, helping others at a time of need. So this hadith says, المؤمن الذي يخالط الناس. So there are two case scenarios that Rasulullah said. He said one type of people, one type of man or people are those who يخالط الناس, who mingles with other people around him, who knows them, talks to them often, on a regular basis, knows their conditions, helps, ويصر على ويصبر على أذاهم. Not only that, if there is any bad behavior comes from them, he's patient. He doesn't respond in a negative way. He takes their bad behavior with positivity. Doesn't respond in an aggressive way. And the Rasul said, this type of person, خير, is better من الذي لا يخالط الناس, from the person who does not, who lives a life of his own. The one who doesn't have no connection with other people or with the people around him. How are they living? What's their lifestyle, status, financial status? Do they need some help? Do they need some support? He doesn't have no connection at all. وَلَا يَصْبِرُ عَلَىٰ أَذَاهُمْ آيٍ. If someone is unkind to him or tries to make him feel bad, bother him, then he's not patient. These type of people are not equal, because one has a heart that fears Allah is kind and full of love for others. And he goes all over to help them and support them. What the other is, don't do that. Then the last one for today. He said, إن من الناس مفاتيح للخير ومغاليق للشر. Rasulullah says, from among the people, you will find two categories of people. And he draw a clear line between the two. That these two are completely different. إن من الناس مفاتيح للخير. Some of the people, one group of people, are considered keys of goodness. Yani they always are willing and ready to do goodness to other people. It looks like they have the keys of goodness. They are considered keys of goodness. مفاتيح للخير. And not only that, these type of people are also مغاليق للشر. They close all avenues, everything for something which may become evil for someone else. While the other category is equally وَإِنَّ مِنَ النَّاسِ مَفَاتِيحٌ لِلشَّرِّ and مَغَالِيقٌ لِلْخَيْرِ. So other people, they try to close chances of khair. With the keys, they use their keys the other way around. One type of people, they open doors of khair, and some of the time they close. Some other people, they close doors of khair for other people, meaning they do not share. They do not help other people. Then Rasulullah ﷺ goes on, say, now we know the two categories. One, who become keys of khair, and they close doors of evil, while the other open the doors of evil, or the keys of evil, and they close doors for khair. Then he says, فَطُوبَى لِمَنْ جَعَلَ اللَّهُ مَفَاتِيحَ الْخَيْرِ عَلَى يَدَيْهِ. Then he said, there is a good news for those who are considered keys of goodness. Wherever they go, they open the doors of generosity. They help other people. Some people are so sad because of the conditions they are in, because of their circumstances, and they cry. And they're always in tears. And here comes those who are mafatihun lil khair. They open the doors of khair for them. It means, in other words, they wipe tears from their eyes and bring smile on their faces. These are the people full of khair. وَوَيْلٌ. And he said, destruction for those لِمَنْ جَعَلَ اللَّهُ مَفَاتِيحَ الشَّرِّ عَلَى يَدَيْهِ. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them the keys of evil, or places the keys of shar, evil, in their hands. So inshallah we stop here, and next Wednesday we will have the last part and some concluding remarks for this. And these are the habits that we should develop. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this and try to make us adopt these habits and make us among those people who help others. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa